Okay, so everybody, when you are applying for NRF, you would search NRF submissions, and then it comes up here, this website here, NRF Online Submission System. And then you would have to, if you aren't already registered, click on not registered yet, click here to register. So, do you want to come type in your username and password, and we can just look what it looks like? Incorrect password. Otherwise, I can put in mine and we can just start a fake application.
Okay, yeah, because I can't remember it's saved.
And let's hope that I get the right one. 84968. Oh, okay. So, do you guys have to? So for here, you go to my profile first, and you actually have to put in a CV. Has anybody said anything about that to you? So there's.
I applied last year with honors, and I don't remember putting a CV and
Okay. Just double check, because I think they don't always make it clear. So at least, I'm just trying to think of PhD. At least for postdoc, you have to have your CV as well. And so you're putting in the project details and you're putting in your personal details. So you would go to CV, and there's 7 different, I mean, I don't think all of them would be there for you. So you have to put in your qualifications. So you guys would put in that you have three.
Oh, it comes up on the normal application.
Okay, it's part of the application. Yeah, so you have to do your CV. Yeah. So like here, you would go add another. And so you would go here, level of your degree. So you guys would be undergraduate degree, 3 years. Name of degree, you can really type in what you want here. So BSc, if you want to put in your majors, you can, like physics and maths, whatever. And then you've got to add in your field of study here. You would click on add and scroll down. Hold on. Nothing's there, so you click on new. Oh. I don't know if anything came up for you guys.
No, it comes up in the actual application. So you fill out everything, and I think it just keeps the same things.
Oh, okay. So okay. Did you mean, okay, so it's got the list of different topics that you might have done. You would click on what you want and click on yes.
And I think there's also different types.
Okay. There's different fields. As far as I know, there's only one thing now for masters to apply for. Didn't someone say? Like and look, you must also make sure you put in the correct institution. As soon as you start typing, it should come up. Of the Witwatersrand. You can see it comes up here. There's a whole bunch of different Wits things. Just click on the plain one.
It comes up in the application. You fill in all of this.
Yes. So I'm just showing for people. So yes, full-time or not, date of registration, did you complete it or not, and you click save. So it ultimately will have all of your other degrees, return to menu. These are all in your CV. Are these in yours as well? Research expertise.
Okay, so that goes part under the application.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows up. There's the application stuff.
The problem is, okay, so
but there's a
career
reason, so you have to
profile.
fill it in eventually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean the important thing here is absence from research. So maybe you went off to work for a year or something. You need to put that in there. Career profile.
There's things that we have to fill in there.
Yeah, that's just because I'm recording here, so I'm trying to find stuff on yours that are on mine. Career profile. Yeah, that's also different. Other careers, things that you've done. And the nice thing, it saves it. Research expertise. I just want to look here. So you've got it as well, research expertise. Okay, so you would just select different fields that apply to you. Sorry, there's one section that you get to write about yourself. Is that personal profile?
I had to do the other day.
It's personal personal history.
It's one of the two details of research, personal history. No,
Do you have a personal profile?
Career
profile.
personal, yeah, it's personal
Okay,
profile.
personal profile. And so I think initially they said to me, put in things like if you've won an award or you've been on a committee. But then more recently somebody said also put in something like your career objective. And so it's annoying to say, but like if you want to go and be a lecturer, say one day I want to be a lecturer at Wits University or a leading university in the country. Mine, because I really have no idea what my career objective is, I said my aim in whichever career I'm in is to learn and question an ultimate goal of helping people around me. So just so that they know you have a plan for your life. You can see here I put in my research interests. So if you are interested in mine seismology, say why you're interested in it. Like you want to help people around you. You love the idea of working on the mines. Highlight other things you've done. Like I highlighted here, I've got 6 publications. I've attended international conferences. I know you guys won't have this experience. So if you've been... Huh?
So what are we doing?
It is... this application is due in September.
Yeah.
So maybe you would say something like, I will be attending the South African Geophysical Association conference in October, where I will learn from leading scientists and present on field school results. It's good that you're presenting at the conferences. And if you got an award in high school for being the top student in high school, you could even list it here. Or even for being the most... you participated the most. Anything, like I don't have high school stuff because I was in high school, I matriculated in 2001, so it's too far away, but you guys, it's recent times for you. So you can list any achievements that you've had here. So this is really selling yourself. This is the one place you're not clicking on other options. You can write about yourself. You can say, I'm passionate about science, I'm passionate about decolonizing education, anything. I would say catchphrases are Fourth Industrial Revolution, big data, machine learning. But I think for you, seismology is a catchphrase as well. And making mines safer and improving mining in South Africa is also a very important topic.
Okay, so can I also include my experience with trackless mining?
With what mining?
Trackless mining.
Trackless mining.
Yeah, trackless mining.
Nice. Where did you learn about that?
Morena Roberts in California.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's 4 months.
It's what?
I did it for 4 months.
Yeah, you would put it in there. So you could even possibly put it under qualifications if it was a certificate. I don't know if they would have an exact field. They might have like non-degree. So let's just see levels. Oh, sorry, this is MTech. Let's see. Other qualifications. Staff development. Huh? Where?
Specify someone.
Yeah, I think you might need to like specify if you do
Or
something like other.
okay, I don't. Other postgraduate qualifications. Were you working while you did it, and your work paid for it, or you did it?
It was like a vacation.
Okay. See if you can put it in here. Did you get a certificate at the end? Yeah. So you can just try see other postgraduate, staff development, researcher staff. Oh, it's a bit. Well, you were undergraduate. I don't know where it would fit in. But if you can't find it to fit in there, you could then, put it under your personal profile and it adds towards you. So Inga, we're just looking at the NRF website. I'm recording what we're busy doing so I can send it to you guys because we never got round to looking at it together. So very important to do your CV. I'm just looking. Then the next step would be, I'm sure it might be in a different order for you. You would go My Applications, Create Application. Okay, so postgraduate grants. No, this one here. So click on NRF Postgraduate Scholarships. Are you sure you want to create one? Yes. I'm going to have a random application on my profile. It's okay. In order to ensure that you're correct, please confirm your details. Yes.
That's it.
Where do I go to?
Go down. That's the
Okay.
whole thing.
Okay. So this is your application.
Yours
So
is-
that's, I think, the thing is that NRF used to have scarce skills, and they used to have, I forget the different things, and now they're combining it into this one NRF postgraduate scholarship.
There's a guide online.
Okay.
NRF thing to
So if you type NRF postgraduate
thing like that.
scholarship,
Funding 2020.
okay,
Yeah.
well, postgraduate scholarships funding 2020,
Yeah, take on the side. The first one.
okay,
Yeah, so it says on the side,
documents,
Masters and Doctorals Full-Time Students Framework 2020.
okay, this one down here.
And then that's the guidelines.
And it's very annoying looking through guidelines, but I didn't look through my application for this year, and the day before the WITS lady emailed me to say that your amounts are all wrong because you didn't look through the guidelines, and I just put down any amount for my project, and in the guideline it said you cannot spend more than 20,000 Rand on conferences. So I had to go back and redo all of my stuff. So please look through the frameworks. So the main thing is, this is kind of what to put in each section, is it?
Yeah.
Also, check first of all students not eligible for support, because if you're not eligible, you don't want to apply. Also important is to look at attachments, what needs to be attached. So, what does need to be attached? Oh wait, it's further down here. Attachments. Certified ID and passport, academic record. Make sure you have this. Have you guys graduated yet? So you should have got it when you got your degree, if you're from WITS. But if you're at another university...
So the academic record is that the sheet with all the results?
Yeah, it's like all the courses you've done
Does
and
your
what you got.
All the courses. So your transcript for third year wouldn't...
Usually no, because it wouldn't say that you've graduated. Because it...
Basically, like whole thing.
Yeah.
Like first year
So every time...
Just the third year, right?
up to third year, and then there will be a session that will say you have completed.
Yeah, you need it that it says
So it's that
completed.
white.
Yeah, if you don't have it, you need to go to faculty, and it takes a few days for them to generate it. So ask them for that. It says certified, so I assume you have to go to a police station or Commission of Oaths with the original and with
Isn't it
a
stamped?
copy. It probably is stamped, yeah.
The ones that they give
Okay,
us.
then it should already
So
be
you
certified.
scan it.
Okay. Also here, certified ID document. So go photocopy your ID, take it to the police station, and they will stamp it for you. Proof of prior funding, no, if you're on NSFAS. Applicants with disabilities. Doctoral applicants, so that's not you, the next section. Okay, so the main things for you seems to be certified academic record and ID document. Okay, one last thing here. Yeah. So go through that document, and then you need to look at putting in your registration details. Is this which university you're going to be doing your master's at? Contact details, qualifications. This should, I think, be already populated if you filled in your CV. Oh, so you're saying there's no CV section, it's all part of this
So
already?
you filled in your CV section.
Yes.
That's why it's already filled in
Oh,
here.
okay.
So if you're a first-time applicant, you basically be filling in that.
Okay. And just note, it saves it, so once you've done it, you won't have to do it again.
And then you have, that also one is also very important at the bottom. And
Which
the,
one?
The disability, that one, that you have
Orchid.
to sign in to something else and
Yes.
do another
So
process thing there.
everybody
So-
needs an Orchid ID. So how you do that is you go here and you search Orchid ID. It really doesn't take... So what it is... Hold on. Orchid ID Science. Okay. And so this is giving you a number that can be used across multiple organizations, and it kind of saves all your research. And it's very easy. So look here, it says register. You click register now, add your info, and you get this ID. And it's a good thing to put on anything that you do, because then people can track your research over time. So name, last name, email address, additional email, password. Do you want other people to be able to see it? Do you want emails from them? I don't get emails from them.
So
You have
which one is better to interested parties?
I would just default who should be able to see my information.
Everyone.
I would say everyone. There's nothing personal. It's just your academic history. And then click register, and I assume they'll email you this number. You would then go here and add it in. And so what happened with me is because I've got papers, and they have my Orchid ID attached with them, because when I submitted the papers, I gave my Orchid ID. It's all on the Orchid system, so the NRF connected to them, and I didn't have to type anything. It got the information and loaded it onto the NRF. So it's a lot more user-friendly. This hold on.
Research expertise.
Is this where you have to fill in the details?
Of what you've done previously.
Okay, but where do you have to fill in the details about what project you're going to be doing?
I think this one is a different one.
Yeah, it does look a bit different.
But it is there. It did ask for like your dates, when you're going to study, from when to when,
Okay.
and then your topic title, and then a little bit about that title.
Okay.
So,
Let's see, application category. That's also something different.
oh yeah.
Type of scholarship.
Master.
Okay, masters. That would be easy enough. So somewhere here you should be filling in details about your research.
It does come up though.
Okay. Research. No.
Just not on this one.
Okay. I'm surprised. Other products.
Actually, wrote you down.
Okay, somewhere you should be putting in, you said dates and research topics.
Yeah, so the year to which year you want to be funded for, and then your research topic.
Okay. So if it's 2 years, you will get 2 years funding for a master's. So put in 2 years.
Because you can always extend it.
They probably won't fund you past 2 years.
Yeah, so it said that, like, the one thing was a brief outline of proposed research, classification in line with NRF board, alignment to national priorities, alignment to national strategy, alignment to sustainability development goals. So
Okay.
that was all part like under that, and then national infrastructure platforms based on the project. So that's what it asked for. So.
That would be very good to see, to show you guys.
Can I freeze this in 2 hours?
No.
Maybe.
If you know your details.
Scanning everything would be a problem. Like if you have scans, then and you must need to sort out all those.
So the alignment with national principles,
It's
you have
that
options to choose from
You
though.
just have to type it.
I'm going to see if I can go back to my application here just to show you. I don't know if it'll be exactly the same, but I had to do it. So did it look something like this? Huh? Okay. So you had to say the university,
Yeah.
your project title,
Yeah.
and then a brief abstract. So you had 2,000 characters maybe,
Yeah.
the years of your study.
So
Okay.
that's question me, like, not sure.
So,
Yeah.
on that time, the project time, do you put the one that you're doing in honors? Or
Ideally, you should have something for masters. So this is due in September, right?
Yeah.
So you've got time.
But
So
it says depending on the university closing.
yeah, so what that usually means is that at the beginning of September there will be a deadline and you have to submit for that. If you do not, you cannot submit later. And what happens is the application goes to a lady called Wahida in Senate House. She goes through your application and checks you've got everything there. If something's wrong and you've left something else, she will email you and say you need to go fix this. And then she will give you a deadline, you'll give it back to her, and then she, at the end of that month, will send it all through to the NRF. So her thing is she's trying to make sure WITS applicants look good and that we're going to get the funding. So she doesn't want, if you've left off half the stuff, you'll make WITS look bad. She doesn't want that. But if you haven't submitted to her at the beginning, even though the deadline for the NRF hasn't come, if you miss her deadline, she will not accept it.
Online here,
Yes,
or?
once you've submitted it online, once you've pushed final submit, it will say there, once you've hit final submit, your application has gone to your university representative or something like that.
So her deadline is in September.
I don't know exactly what it is. Is it not?
Oh, but the September one, the one you were...
It'll be a month approximately before, but you need to find out. So, deadline, is the deadline date in here? No. I struggle sometimes to find dates.
They're not,
I think
The first one is not.
Okay.
For 2019, I think it was November.
No, but it depends which first year.
No, the thing is, when I'm gonna, for 2019 it was November when you are going to do honors. But then for masters and PhD, it is September.
Okay.
But I saw somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But then
So,
again,
that's fine.
There is that one of
The last thing I wanted to show is just this
is
is it the National Infrastructure Platform?
what's
Was that one of your options?
It was very weird.
Maybe
I was going to say who said it.
Well, just, sorry. So, huh? Okay.
No, National Infrastructure Platform. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to look here quickly. Because there's, no, sorry, I've got, mine is a different application, so don't get confused. So here, did you have alignment with national impact? Okay, so guys, something else to consider. Inga, don't forget that there's this section as well. It says alignment with national imperatives, which sounds very random, but it's trying to understand how you align with what government wants. And obviously, if your project aligns, you're more likely to get funding. This section used to be so much harder because you had to write from scratch. You had to go find out what the imperatives were and then say how it aligns. All you do now, so you can see the bottom one is Sustainable Development Goals, National Strategy, National Priorities, NRF Board Categories. You click on Add Another.
This is like, how do we do this?
You have to know what project.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see here, it will give you what the categories are. So which of these categories do you fall in? It's not so hard for this one because you'll probably be environmental if you're doing a geophysics one. So you would add that. It gets more complicated down here, like national strategies is a government national strategy. So you can go here, does it fit in with global change, energy security, all these different things. Sometimes you don't fit in at all and then you have to leave it blank, but know that that will impact your thing. So it sucks because this is them dictating what research gets done, but they want research to help the country. So ideally, if you can somehow figure out a seismic thing that links to oil or gas or coal, then you could put in energy security. Also, the next one down, what did I do? National strategies. National Sustainable Development Goals. You'll see there's, I think here, talks even about poverty, no poverty. So is your project somehow going to alleviate poverty? And it's pretty hard. So go through it, see if you're, maybe you are doing, climate, like shale gas. I could say shale gas is cleaner than coal, so it's helping toward climate action. So try and think very broad about these things.
Economic growth, seismic.
Where? Economic?
Industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Those two. Decent work and economic growth, and industry, innovation.
There you are.
Those are
Industry, innovation. Sure, you're bringing in technology that isn't in the country. So you've got to make up a bit of fluff, but it's better that you have it so that they see that your project is worthwhile. Okay, I think that's all. Goodbye. You don't have methodology? No.
No.
I hope not, because else you have to outline the methodology of your project. But I don't think they would. Yeah. Okay, so it takes a while to go through that. Do not leave it for the night before. I left it for the week before and I didn't have time, but mine was a much bigger project.
I think it's better if you do like PC and you come there.
Yes,
Yeah.
do it in a Word
It looks like
document.
it.
Can I ask, you have preferred panel?
Yeah, I think it's.
So that is, the NRF sends these out to reviewers. They don't have enough people, so they, is it
No,
not?
it's not.
You don't. You don't have to, oh, sorry, these are different panels in the NRF. They get scientists together, they just discuss all of the geo applicants and all.
That would be for postdoc.
Okay, so if you have this, put in geo and put in natural life sciences as your second panel. If you don't have it, don't worry. Do you have to put in reviewers, suggested reviewers? I don't think you will. Okay, so references, 3 I think, minimum, or 5, 4. Go through your document here, because if you, references, I don't know, like I find these documents terrible. Reviewers will be considered a completed supervisor report. Oh, so no, this is, yeah. I think you need at least 3 or 4 reviewers. So you need to, last thing on that, email the reviewers before you click submit and say, will you review my project? People will get annoyed if they suddenly get this request from the NRF and you have not warned them. You need to email Gordon or Sue, ideally Gordon, Sue, Musa, myself, I don't mind doing it, but just warn us that it's coming, Ray as well. But just check how many you need, because if you don't have enough, your application will get rejected. But ideally, Wahida would pick that up first, that you don't have enough reviewers, but double check that you've got them. Okay, goodbye. The last thing we need to find out is the deadline, but I don't know if it will be online. Cool. Okay, we need to find out the deadline, but get started on it.